Welcome to Asana AppiWorks for Zoho CRM. Asana AppiWorks for Zoho CRM is a Zoho CRM extension that integrates Zoho CRM and Asana to automate your workflow like export data, import data, and view data directly from Zoho CRM. Go to Zoho Marketplace and search for Asana AppiWorks in the search bar as shown here. You will be navigated to the extension page and now proceed to install. Accept all permission to proceed the installation procedure as shown here. Click on Confirm and wait for the extension to be installed. Once the installation is completed, now we can go to the Asana AppiWorks tab by clicking on the three dots present as shown here. Click on Start Automating button. It will redirect you to the Zoho CRM connection setup page. Provide a name for your Zoho connection and click on Authorize with Zoho CRM button. Choose your organization and after that click on Accept button to create a connection with Zoho CRM. As you can see that the connection is created successfully. In order to create a new service, click on the Create New Service button. Give a name to your automation service and choose your automation type. By default, the automation service is selected to export. So let's see how export automation service work. Click on Next button and proceed to configure Zoho CRM. Choose a Zoho CRM module, and now you can conditionally export data as per the filter that you would provide as shown here. Here in our case, only the tasks that are set to high priority is going to get exported. In the next step, you can either choose from an existing connection or you can create a new one by clicking on the plus icon present at the right end of the connection field. In order to create a new connection, either you can authenticate by Auth2 or by providing API key and click on Connect button to establish the connection. Once the connection is successfully established, choose an object from Asana, also select Create as our action in the Action Selection field, and then provide all other required parameters, and finally click on Next button to proceed to Mapping section. While few fields can be intelligently mapped, the remaining can be mapped manually by clicking on the Add button. Here we are mapping name with subject, do it with due date, and notes with description. Once the fields are mapped successfully, let us now move on to the final step. You can enable or disable the service configuration based upon your need. The first switch is enabled for automatic export of tasks upon creation or updation of any existing task in Zoho CRM module, and the second switch is for manual export of selected tasks. We will see more about manual export in later part of the video. Finally, let's save the service. Once the service is saved successfully, let us now go to Asana task list and take a look at the already available tasks. Now let's go back to Zoho CRM and try creating a new task. Let's go back to Asana to check whether the newly created task is exported there or not. Here we can see the newly created task is exported successfully. Let us now see how we can manually export specific tasks from Zoho CRM module. Now select the tasks to be exported and click on the Asana AppiWorks button as shown. Once the AppiWorks configuration is loaded, you can execute the required service from the available list of services. On successful execution of service, let's go back to Asana and check whether the selected task is exported there. Here we can see the selected tasks of high priority from Zoho CRM Tasks module has been exported successfully. Now let's navigate back to Service Listing page and have a look at one more type of automation service called Import. Click on Create button to initiate a new service. Give a name to your automation service, and this time choose Import as your automation type. Click on Next and move to Configure Zoho CRM and do the same way as we have already done earlier. In order to configure Asana connection, we will choose the previously created connection this time. We will choose tasks as our object and provide all other parameters, and then proceed to mapping. In mapping section, we will map the related fields as we have done earlier during export service creation, and once the mapping is complete, we will move to Setup Data Filter. Here we can see two types of import options available. Through Quick Import, we can instantly import the records, and we can also schedule our import based upon interval or some specific time. Let's perform Quick Import at first. Click on Preview Data button to fetch the record from data source. By default, few of the records are selected. We can select the records based upon our need. Click on Import Now button, and as it shows the imports are successful, let's finally save the service. Now, let us check whether the selected tasks are reflecting in our Zoho CRM tasks list. On refreshing the list, here we can see the newly imported record. Let us now see how scheduled import works. Let's choose Scheduled Import this time, and here we can skip previewing data, as it is optional. Click on Next button to go to the scheduler step. We can schedule our import based upon interval, or some specific time. We can select the interval either daily, weekly, hourly, etc. Here, we will choose to import at a specific time. Provide the date and time on which you wish to schedule the import, and then before going to the final step, you can keep the incremental import enabled if you want to import only the new and modified data, otherwise this can be disabled and we can go to the final step. Click on Next, and finally save the service. On reaching the specific time, let's check whether the tasks have been imported to Zoho CRM tasks list. Here we can see that the tasks that were scheduled to be imported is successfully listed here in Zoho CRM. Finally, let us look at one more automation service called View. Give a name to your automation service, and this time choose View as your automation type. Click on Next and move to Configure Zoho CRM, and do the same way as we have already done earlier. While viewing a lead detail in Zoho CRM, we can also view the relevant Asana projects for the same lead. Here we are using the previous connection. In this step, we can select the attributes or fields that we want to see when the service is hit. And here, we can also add a connecting filter that will fetch filtered results inside Zoho module. Connecting filter is optional. If no filter is set, it will fetch all records by default. Here the projects that are owned by a specific lead will only be fetched. Finally, save the service, and let's navigate to Leads Details page to see how it works. Here's the project owner ID from Asana by which the records will be filtered. Here you can see that we have a widget for Asana AppiWorks. After loading, you can see your view services. Click on Service to visualize the data. As you can see, it fetched the filtered data from Asana inside Zoho CRM. So these are all kinds of automation service that we offer from Asana AppiWorks extension for Zoho CRM. Hope you enjoyed the intelligent integration and hyper-automation capability of AppiWorks on Zoho CRM. Thanks for watching.